Hey, thanks for jumping in, and boy, do I got a great one for you today. Man, an awesome episode with Anthony. Just knowing this guy's out there bouncing around, living his best life, makes the world a better place. But before we get into all of this, I do have to give you a trigger warning. We do talk about sexual abuse to a child, Anthony specifically, because that's a big part of his story in the project that came out of that. It's an amazing story, but I needed to give you a heads up on that. Now, of course, I just got a couple minutes of housekeeping. Get that out of the way so we can get into this with Anthony. Man, it's such a good time. This is one of two different types of podcasts that I do with Inside the Show. It's long version. I have a guest on or two. It's conversational. I don't like interview style. I don't like that bullshit of, on noon on December 12th, what did you feel? Bullshit. Just think about me rolling up on you in the airport and we strike up a conversation. And then on opposite weeks, it's about 10 to 15 minutes. Just me and this microphone and whatever's on my heart and my mind, the shit that I think you should hear. Been having a good time with that. A lot of good feedback. You want to know everything you need to know about the show? Jump over at my website, berawpodcast.com, and that's where you can listen. I do some blogs. I got some pictures, all sorts of great stuff. So definitely check that out. And of course, I got to get a shout out to the people that support me. High Speed Daddy. These guys make cool, unique items for today's parenting. I am a very proud dad. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there of a 2-year-old toddler. I got my High Speed Daddy diaper bag before he was born, and we use this sumbitch on the regular. It's just not a diaper bag. I use it for a gear bag and everything else. And I did see a post on High Speed Daddy. A guy was loading it up with some weight and using it as a weighted ruck for exercise. And so I thought that was pretty cool. So it's just not a diaper bag. It's a useful bag for everything you need to do. And of course, the crew over at Liv Rishi, these guys make high quality CBD product. I've been using this going on almost a decade. Last week I was having some trouble sleeping. Took a little bit of that 1,000 milligram tincture, put that under my tongue. Woo, put me to sleep like a baby. I love this stuff. LivRishi.com. And both this High Speed Daddy and Liv Rishi, the links are in the show notes. Please jump over, support these guys that support us to keep this show rocking. Another thing I decided to do, the beginning of each episode is add a quote. I got them piled up, and I love a good quote. And after talking with Anthony, I couldn't find a better one than this from the old dude, Albert Einstein. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. All right, man, we got all of that out of the way. Now let's get on to the nitty-gritty with Anthony. This guy's just got an amazing story, an awesome attitude, and I truly enjoyed my time with him, and I know you will as well. Everything that he's got going on, like normally, I'm going to let him tell you all about it. Let's get to it. So make sure you talk shit about your boys. We can tell secrets, man. Go ahead, man. Ain't nobody listening. Go ahead.
Okay,
go.
Bangkok.
It cost me $25. But if you do the yen to the dollar, it was like $700. Damn, dude.
Not bad. It's worth it.
I was gonna say, yeah. What's that? What's Andrew Dice Clay? Remember that dude? The comedian? The fucking guy that had all the dirty nursery rhymes and stuff.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I like his, man. You don't pay a whore to fuck you. You pay her to leave.
Exactly. That's what you're here for. Hey, man.
Yeah. or to be quiet, right? Don't talk.
Don't tell nobody.
All right, dude. Thanks again for coming on. You got a fucking crazy story. We'll get into that later. But you're down in Georgia?
Oh, yeah. I'm down in Georgia. Where are you?
Oh, fucking New Jersey, bro.
Oh, I love it. I've been there once. I loved it.
We're in New Jersey. Where'd you go? Anywhere good?
Pleasant Dale or Pleasant?
Yeah, probably.
That's depressing.
Yeah. Dude, there is so many counties and cities. Dude, I've been here 6 years and I still use my navigation to get around.
Same.
Yeah, fuck, dude. New Jersey's their greatest export is people. But I stuck it out and I'm still here. What the hell are you doing down in the damn Georgia mud?
The Georgia mud? You know, I'm from the South. I love the South.
All right. I think it's I rode my motorcycle through Georgia one time. Fuck, absolutely beautiful, dude.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Ooh.
It's nice. It's not bad.
No?
No, I didn't plan on being here. I was supposed to be in Texas, but I was following. I don't know if it was my heart or my dick more, but I was following something, and ended up.
All right. Well, we're blessed with enough. We're blessed with, or we're cursed with not enough blood to run both at the same time.
Right.
So, and most of the time, all my blood is south. So my decisions are
poor.
My 2-year-old son probably makes better decisions than I do on that shit.
Hell, me too.
Man, love will take you in some crazy places, won't it?
Hey, man, I moved in a week because of love. Like, 1 week.
Just packed all your shit and said,
when stopped by my mom in them house, I was like, all right then, y'all, I'm just gonna move. They're like, what? I'm moving out of the state. They're like, for real? Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see. I had a similar thing back in the day when I was young, but my parents kind of expected it. I grew up with them saying, get out of here, man. It's a big world. Go look at the world. And if you want to come back, come back. And I ain't never been back, by the way. But where'd you move from down to Georgia?
I was in Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
I'm born and raised in Mississippi.
Nice.
And I did not have the option to come back after I moved out. And so once I moved out, it was it.
You're gone, huh?
Yeah.
World's a big place, dude. You don't have to go back. There's plenty around to go. But what did you do? And I think I read that you were tutoring?
So yeah, currently I work as a tutor. I've been all over the place. So I used to serve tables for a long time, like 10, 15 years. And
Dude,
then
that's an amazing profession.
Serving tables? Financially.
No.
It's amazing.
Oh, depending on what tables you're serving.
Right. No, financially is amazing. But that is the worst. I do not recommend.
No, you're not a fan, huh?
I am not. I cannot. That's probably the only job profession I can never go back to. I've tried and I cannot.
Nah, what is it? The people?
Yes.
Nah, they're
People
fucking
are real bitches over being hungry. Like, chill the fuck out of this food. And
dude, hey, well, hold on a second though, dude. If I tell you I'm hungry in about 12 minutes, I'm a different person. So, I got to eat.
Did nobody tell you to bring your ass out 12 minutes before you're going to be starving? Come out an hour before you're going to be starving.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's my lack of time management. That's what that is, dude. No, but people, dude, I'm in the service industry now for my real job. And I love it. I love it, dude. But I see the absolute fucking worst of humanity. I mean, I'm talking just, I step back and go, what's wrong with you? Why? Seriously, I'm a human like you are. You came here to do this, and I'm helping you the best of my ability. And you treating me like a dog and yelling at me and calling me names? For what?
Right.
Now you're just being an asshole. And guess what? If we're playing the asshole game, guess who can be a bigger asshole?
Exactly. You look like you can, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, dude, I don't put up with anybody anymore. I just don't. No. They start yelling at me, and I go, and I just quiet. And they go, "You still there?" I said, "Yep." And they start yelling again. I just get quiet. They go, "You still there? You going to answer me?" I go, "When you talk to me in a professional manner." And they start yelling again. And I'm like, I just get all quiet. And they're like, "What's wrong with you?" "Nothing. I can help you. This is the last phone call you're going to make. But I'm going to ask you politely to talk to me in a professional manner. Exactly. We're adults here."
You do call center?
No.
That shit's the worst.
Dude, no. I'd fucking slit my throat. I think I'd fucking... No, but I get
call center. I thought I cried. A woman called me. She was telling me she was going to get me fired. She's going to call the president and get me fired. And I took her serious as fuck. And I was like, I'm getting fired tomorrow.
No shit. How old? Wait, man. How old were you, dude?
I was 23.
What?
23. Oh yeah. I don't know what.
And you took that keyboard fucking tough guy serious?
Well, it's a woman, so yeah.
They got power. They run the world, dude. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but waiting tables, like you said, with food and stuff, people get just fucking
crazy.
And now, with you being that long in the service industry working on tips, are you a big tipper?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Because when you go out, have you ever noticed that after you've gotten in the service industry, you go out and you be like, they're shit. They're like terrible. What are they doing? And so I've served so long, or I did serve so long, that I'm to the point where even if you're fucking horrible, I'm still gonna try to leave you $15, like just because I know what it is. And
I know what you're putting up with.
Right. And you might not know how to handle your business properly. And, see me and be like, oh hell, here go another one.
Yeah. Here we go. No, but go ahead.
I'm not bad. So I was saying, after the restaurant industry, I jumped into working with children, and I was working for a company called Junior Achievement, which was amazing. Then the pandemic happened, and I lost my fucking mind, so I quit that job. And and I came back into it, and I thought I was signing up for the Peace Corps, but actually I was signing up for AmeriCorps, and I ended up working for the school system through that way.
I have a question.
Flight attendant.
You're a flight attendant?
Soon to be.
Shit, dude. Oh my God. This conversation is going to go in a fucked up direction right now. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I had a flight attendant on, and I love her to death, man. Grace is her name.
Yeah.
And she told me how difficult it is to get a flight attendant position.
Yeah.
Did you have trouble?
No, that's the crazy part about it, man. It took me. So I applied in October. I wasn't checking my email. I missed my chance to face-to-face interview, right? And I reapplied in January, and I paid attention to my damn email, and I just slid on through. By the end of February, I was like, I got a job.
Oh, goddamn, dude. Well, congratulations. That's awesome.
But you know what? She's not right, though. A lot of people I heard were like doing this for years, applying for years.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's wild.
I wonder if the pandemic changed some stuff, or, people kind of got out of the industry to do other things, because once that happened, they fucking cleaned out a little bit and then fill in the ranks, right? But, dude, man, you thought fucking waiting tables was tough. Wait till you get to fucking Karen and seat 31D.
Ain't no way. I'm gonna tell Karen to chill the fuck out, because I'm making $33 an hour for Karen. Shut the fuck up. Girl, listen, I will buy you a shot. Shit, calm down.
Yeah, man, you need to calm your ass down. We're in a tube traveling 800 miles an hour.
Right.
Now, are you going to be based out of Georgia? Where in Georgia are you?
I'm not. I'm in Atlanta. Well, I'm in Decatur, Georgia, because nobody really is in Atlanta when you stay here. So I'm in Decatur.
Okay, so what, Atlanta, because it's so expensive?
Yes, the city limits of Atlanta is very, very expensive. And so a lot of people have moved out of the city limits into other parts of Georgia.
Oh, okay, cool. And then commute into
Atlanta.
Yeah, that's kind of like around here with New York City. We get everybody from New York that works in New York City and New Jersey. Yeah. And then they commute over into the city. Mm-hmm.
Must not be that far at all.
No, it's a fucking 20-minute train ride, dude.
Oh, shit, I might do that.
Yeah. And it's probably 20-25%. Well, no. Yeah, probably 30% of the cost of living over there.
Oh, wow.
It's fucking expensive in New York City, dude.
I'm thinking about moving there for work. That shit, wow. Don't.
Well, no, okay. So, So work in New York City, absolutely, because that's where the money is, dude, and the opportunity, right? But live in New Jersey.
Okay.
You're going to save a lot of money. It's going to add a little bit of like commute time and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we have a ton of friends in New York City.
Yeah.
We bought a house in New Jersey, and some friends from New York City came over. And on the second floor of my home, my son has his bedroom, right? He's 2 years old. It's not a big room.
Okay.
But it's got an ingress and an outgress, right? It's got a window and a door.
Okay.
They're like, that'd be $1,800 a month in New York City. I go, man, I'll make you a smoking deal, dude. $1,750. It's all yours.
Yeah, I did notice that when I was looking for like apartments and stuff in New York, $3,000 was average. That was a 1-bedroom.
And probably a shared bathroom.
Fuck. Hell no.
You're sitting living in a fucking hostel, dude.
Man, that's fucked up.
Yeah. But what do you do? What do you want to do with the flight attendant gig? You want to like be based in New York so you can go out of like JFK and all that shit?
I mean, that's one of my options. I have I just put in my 3 options actually a couple of hours ago. So I picked either New York, Seattle, or Detroit. I know.
Damn, dude. You got a triangle. You know that fucking what popped in my mind. You ever see that triangle where it says cheap, fast, and good?
Yeah.
You can have 2. That's what that reminded me of. Fucking see, I'd probably go to Seattle, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle would be pretty cool.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah, that's pretty it's more it's a little lawless at the time, but I think Seattle's pretty cool. Yeah. I think you're obviously New York City is going to be your biggest melting pot of ethnicity and culture and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But living in New York City I am not a fan.
Really?
No. I'd love going to New York City because I know I'm fucking leaving.
But see, are you a small town guy?
Oh, dude, I grew up milking cows, bro.
Okay, yeah, you're a small town guy.
I think we had more cows than people.
Damn.
But like, I love going into the city when my wife and I first started dating and then had a kid and all that, but just our lifestyles changed. But when we were dating, because where we lived in New Jersey, again, it was like a 20-minute train ride.
Yeah.
Right. So we jump on the train, head into the city for a night and a show and dinner and just kind of walk around feeling the vibe and going to all these shops. And we had an amazing time. Loved it. Man, I love coming back to New Jersey. The ambient noise. So you ever go to Vegas?
No, I've never been to Vegas.
Oh, motherfucker. Well, being a flight attendant, you'll probably go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Especially from Seattle. But if you're going to end up there. But the thing is with Vegas, when you stay in a hotel, there's noise no matter what. So as soon as you come out of your room, elevator door opens, ding, 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 fucking lights and all that, right? So the ambient noise never stops. Never stops.
Yeah.
And that's what it is like in New York City to me. Like there's never quiet. It's never quiet. Even in your apartment, you hear fucking never quiet.
Don't talk me out of it, man.
No, I'm not. Hey, man, I'm just being real with you, dude. That's my experience. But no, that's the part that I guess that's the biggest part. Like if I could be in the city or have that vibe and the convenience, right? You hear about people living in the same neighborhood and even on the same block for generations because everything you want and need is right there, dude.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bodega and a Starbucks on every corner. So what else you need?
Right. I mean,
some of these bodegas, they make some killer fucking sandwiches. So,
really?
Oh yeah. You get a good bodega, man. They got everything. It's like a little grocery store, and they got a little deli inside it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of a captive audience because nobody's got a car. Everybody walks. But again, man, yeah, that's where were you in Texas?
Huh?
You didn't like Texas? Oh, you filed your. Oh, I thought you said you came from Texas, though.
No, I'm from Mississippi. I came from Mississippi.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you moved from Texas to Georgia. My bad, dude. My bad.
No, you're good.
That's what happens when you file your dick. See, all the blood's gone, bro. It's all good though, right? I ain't mad at it. Right. Yep. So, flight attendant, good job, dude. I like it. I'm a fan. The one thing that the Grace told me, they don't use zip ties anymore. If you get all out of whack on the airplane and they got to restrain you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? How do you think they restrain you now? They don't use zip ties anymore.
Better be a damn air marshal on that motherfucker.
No.
No.
It's up to you, bro. Wait till you go through training.
It's up to me.
Yeah, they're gonna
Damn job.
dude. No, dude, your training consists of you're the fucking bad guy, and two of your coworkers got to fucking restrain you and throw you in the seat.
Damn.
And guess what they use to fucking restrain you? Duct tape.
Bro, duct tape?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they duct tape. They fucking go around you and fucking duct tape you to the seat.
Are you serious?
100%. Well, this is what she told me, and she's a professional flight attendant, has been for years. So,
hell no.
Yeah. So the reason for it, because I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You don't duct tape people's seats. She goes, all the time. And especially on international flights.
Okay.
And I go, why'd you get rid of zip ties and go to duct tape? Because when they drill and they need to evacuate, duct tape is easier to cut away than a zip tie.
Oh. Okay.
And that's what I did. I went, that makes sense.
Right. I was thinking like that's stupid. But
she had a guy that they had to duct tape because he was physically beating his wife on the plane.
Oh shit.
But in his culture,
that's fine.
That's what they do. And they had the police meet at the gate and all that kind of shit. But yeah, sit there backhanding his wife, talking, yelling at her, backhander, yelling at her, backhander, and they're like, dude. And he turned to her and gave her shit because she's a woman.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you ain't gonna fucking tell me what to do, woman. Mind your business.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Boom.
That's why you make so much money. Okay. Boom.
Slam you on that fucking chair and duct tape you. Now who's the bitch? I don't know if she said that, but I would have said it.
That was off of a movie, man. You remember it was about a little white dude that went to jail and he was like getting trained by this black guy back in the 90s. Who's the bitch now?
I don't know. No. It'd have to be like Wesley Snipes or something, right?
It was Eddie Griffin that was in it.
I don't know. That's fucking great, though. I love that shit. See, me, I always go, you got to pause for dramatic effect. So you slam him in the chair and you fucking duct tape him and there you go, bitch.
And look for a job tomorrow.
No, they're in the right. They're in the right, dude. Dude, you got to follow up with me after you go through training.
I will. May 19th. Yeah. Gotcha. This is her experience. You go somewhere and you stay in a hotel for like 30 days or something, and you train consistently for like 30 days. And then, all the other shit I don't know about, but yeah, you got to see I got to see where it's different from her. Cause she's old school kind of flight attendant, not old school, like, not like fucking 90s old school. She's been a flight attendant for like 10 years. Yeah. I got you.
Imagine that, dude. Fucking slamming somebody in a chair, throwing some duct tape around them.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm joining the gym back.
Next Yeah. Get a little Krav Maga going, some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, just so you know. It's crazy. Wow. Yeah. Well, awesome, dude. Yeah, follow up, please. Follow up. Tell me about some crazy shit. So, because I asked her about the craziest thing, and she just, you can imagine. And we just traveled recently with my son, and that was the first time he flew on a plane. And the only time there was this one landing in Atlanta. We landed in Atlanta, and he's losing his fucking mind on the descent. I couldn't even hang on to him. It was like trying to put a cat in a fucking pillowcase, dude. I was like, Jesus Christ, holy shit. I'm not, dude, if I'm lying, I'm dying. As soon as we were landing,
Yeah.
As soon as the fucking back wheels touch the tarmac, happy as a little man, dude. Like instantly, bam. He's like, I was like, I know I ain't high, dude. So this is fucked up. But this flight attendant goes, common. And I go, oh man, I apologize, dude, if he caused you any trouble. And she's like, that's not even close to the shit that we deal with. So get ready, bro. I'm not trying to scare you.
I'm not fucking old.
I think I look at that as an adventure. Like, you get in there and you meet imagine the fucking cool people you're going to meet.
Right. That's what
yeah. See, that's what I would be like, holy man. Where are you from? This, and then you get chatting with them. Oh, right. Man, I'd eat that up, dude. I'd probably have people on the plane going, dude, you need to shut the fuck up. And leave me. Yeah. You want to switch with me?
Right.
But, so from your hometown, is that where your book originated from?
Yes.
And it's probably not, they'll hear it before this, but as we talk about it, I might have to put a little tag on the front.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see how deep we go, right?
Right.
All right. The hell made you want to write that book? First-hand experience?
Chancellor actually made me want to write a book.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That dude's energy is fucking contagious.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. So like we have a common friend and we did her podcast. And then after that, we all went out for drinks. And so we were just like talking shit all night, sharing stories. And he looked at me, he was like, you need to write a book. And he said it, but it was like the third time that year I had heard it. I was like, you know what? I will, just drunk talking shit, right? So one day I was like, I'm gonna fuck with him. I'm gonna see where his head at. And I wrote I said I'm gonna write a chapter. And I wrote the first chapter. And he called me. He was like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely writing a fucking." Like, all right, let's go.
Hey, dude, this is a perfect example of no good story ever started with. So I was eating a salad.
Right. I was not eating a salad. I was taking a tequila shot.
That's where good stories start.
Robbed me.
So let's hit this, dude, because I got a little bit, but I like to be just as surprised or informed as people listening. So I touch it at 30,000 foot view, man. And then I'll go deeper into it after our conversation, and then I do post and all that about it.
Okay.
But I like to hear, as the old saying goes, right from the horse's mouth, man.
About the book?
Yeah, and just how you got into it and why. I mean,
I got into it because I feel like my personal story is, I feel like it's somewhat common, but it's rarely talked about. Like being a man who was molested as a child by another man, especially, I've never heard that many conversations about it.
Oh no, that's super fucking taboo.
Right,
Can you imagine that? Because it makes people uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Don't talk about that.
You have to defend your sexuality.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, now how old are you, dude?
I'm 32.
No, fuck, dude, you look like you're 18.
I'll take it.
Anyway, lucky bastard. But don't you think so? I'm 48 now. Back when I was, 12, 13, in our, and then I think everybody's hometown, you had that creepy dude that just everybody knew that's what he did, and you fucking stayed away from him and you picked on him in the grocery store. I mean, right. Am I wrong there?
No, well, see, he didn't turn it. He wasn't that guy when he molested me, but he is that guy now. Like everybody knows he's that creepy guy that you
right. With. But why was it so even around? So a little history real quick for people listening. This podcast used to be called Walt's Kitchen Table. Okay. And the reason I named it that was growing up, you sat around the kitchen table and you talked about everything and anything, and you learned life lessons, you'd swap stories, you did all that shit, right? Yep. I mean, same with you, huh?
Yes.
Well, even around the kitchen table, we're like, stay away from that guy because he touches kids. And you're like, well, why doesn't fucking anybody do anything about it?
Why is he at the table with us?
Yo, yeah, I'm sure. No, he wasn't at the table, dude. No, he wasn't at the table.
Right.
But,
No, I get what you're saying.
yeah, but what? Like now, holy shit, you bring that up, and the fucking mob get the pitchforks and the fucking torches, right? And rightly so. I would be the first guy towing the wood chipper behind my truck. Be like,
Right.
That's where you. That's where you're going, bro.
Right.
But it's just strange how that changed. I have no idea why the conversation was so laxed almost back in the day. But that just struck me as you talking. Sorry to interrupt, buddy. Go ahead.
I feel like it was like that because we were closer to the trauma of it all. So if I think about my family structure, my grandmother, that was commonplace for them growing up to see and hear about kids being molested, right? And then I feel like she just made that commonplace for her children type. Not saying that's going to happen to you, but if it does happen, we're not going to make a big fuss about it because that's a thing that happens.
Right, right.
I feel like that just bled down to, my generation. It's just kind of like, well, it's a thing that happens. It just so happened to your ass, so you're good.
Yeah, I could see that. Generational stuff. I mean, that's good and bad, right?
Yes.
Because they teach you, your grandmother teach you how to cook something really good. That's cool because that's generational. But then you got this other thing and you're like,
our family gives up all the time. Generation.
Was that an ongoing deal?
The molestation?
Yeah.
It was ongoing for maybe like a month and a half. It was about maybe a month and a half. And thank God we got caught.
Oh, you got caught in the act?
No. So he was always smart enough to lock the door or lock wherever we were. But we got caught, like my uncle's girlfriend needed to like do some laundry. And we were in like the laundry room / his game room. And so as kids, that was like a huge fucking no-no. Like you do not go in that room without your uncle being present. And so like she caused a big scene because the door was locked. And then, we come busting out there. He tries to give some bullshit story like we were playing pool. I'm like, I don't even know how to play pool. I'm 7. The fuck is playing pool? And so yeah, that's how that happened. That's how we got caught.
No shit. So did you like spill the beans? Did you like?
Yes, so I had to. I was forced to because like when we got caught, the guy was 13 and I was 7. And so he was like trying to make it seem like this was my idea and blaming me and putting it off on me. I'm 7, so I'm terrified. I'm like, my mom's gonna kick my ass if she thinks it's me. And I was like, it's definitely not me. And I just started word vomiting. I was just like, the name of the game is called this, and he told me to do this, and he tried to do that to my sister, and you go get the Bible. I'll put my hand on the Bible because back in the day, you go grab the Bible and you touch that Bible and say some words.
Oh, you better be fucking straight on, dude.
You meant that.
Yeah. No shit. So what was the recourse of that? Like what happened next?
Oh, a shit show happened next. So,
I can imagine. So wait a minute, real quick. He was 13?
Yes, he was 13.
That's okay. Anyway, go ahead.
But so what happened was my uncle and my mom worked together. And so my uncle's girlfriend, who was in college at the time, she calls up to the job, talks to him. He, I guess, tells my mom. She, I guess, calls her mom, my grandma. And so probably within 15 minutes, 3 cars come speeding in the driveway. My uncle jump out the car. He's like 4'11", but he's a little stocky motherfucker. He jump out the car mad as fuck. Like, I'm talking about mad. And we go through the neighborhood and he was like, where the fuck is he? Where is he? Like searching. And somehow we bumped into him. I think the dude was walking down the street. And then my uncle spotted him. And my uncle pulled him to the side, beat his ass, told me to retaliate. Like that was the funniest part. I did put that in the book. The funniest part of the whole situation was me. I was I couldn't say weak because I was 7. You're not a weak person at 7. You're fucking 7. So my uncle was like, kick his ass. And I'm just like, okay, I had on like open-toed Jesus sandals. And I go to kick this man like with the, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm kicking you. My uncle's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Kick him. And so I'm just like, ugh, kick him real hard. And I'm just like, this is traumatizing. I didn't.
Holy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened. His
No
mom
shit.
got into an argument. My grandmama was making people leave. It was very chaotic.
So the 13-year-old, where was his parents? Did his parents did you guys know his parents and like he was part of the whole neighborhood and all that?
Well, now that I'm older, small fun fact about him. His father is in our family. So we're all relatives to some degree. Yeah.
So is he still running around? You know where he is and all that good stuff?
Yeah. He's still in the same place for real. He actually has children. Right.
Yeah,
Just pray for the best. Hopefully he doesn't fuck over his children.
yeah, well, that's wood chipper.
He is known for that. He is known for that for real.
So I mean, I just think that somebody at that level or doing that kind of thing, you're not the only one, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fucking predator is a predator. They don't just fucking get one and hang on to it. You know, they go after. Well, damn, bro, that ain't no good.
Yeah, man, that was wild, man. Like going back to school after that shit was a bitch.
Because everybody knew, huh?
Yeah, you're from a small town. So by the half a month left of summer and like 300 people fucking find out. Like, how did 300 people find out in like 30 days? So
dude, you go to the corner shop to get a Mountain Dew, man, and that lady looking down at you like, oh, you're that one. What the fuck?
It's so crazy. We had a store and it was owned by a little redhead lady called Geraldine.
Oh, see, I've seen way too many B-rated slasher movies, dude. I could tell that shit all day long.
And she used to look at me for the longest time. She would look at me just so sad, like, oh baby. And I'm just like,
honey, I'm so sorry. Damn. So then, so they didn't pull. You went right to school. Like they didn't move you out of school and
no.
Yeah,
I'm
not
from
back.
A very small town where Christian Methodist, single mom. There was no doing any type of shit. Nothing.
Yeah. And then was this guy or kid? I guess 13. Was he in the same school?
No. So luckily, at the time that incident happened, it was only an elementary school. Our school was. So he was off to the next city.
Oh, okay. To go to the middle school, you went to another city. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Because they combine multiple elementary schools, right?
Right. And I just like to fuss about this shit really quickly because I was looking forward to that moment to leave my elementary school to go to a middle school. And the year I was supposed to leave, they were like, we're adding some more to the building.
I got to stay here? Son of a bitch.
And I got stuck there for 3 more years. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Change the scenery, man. Did they add kids though? Did new kids come in? Like
no.
Oh, dude, ain't got no change of scenery.
No, I'm from a city where everybody is related to each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say
black people, everybody's a cousin.
Dude, I was gonna say all the asses looks the same. Damn, no new ass to look at. Damn, bro. You were deprived as a child then at that age.
That's why I lost my mind in college.
So, is that like the basis of the book?
So, that's not really the basis of the book.
But that's part of it.
Yes, that's the intro. That's going to set the tone for you. I wanted to grab people in so they keep reading.
Either that or they're going to throw it in the fire.
Right. Please don't throw it away. I mean, you bought it, so do it if you want.
I was going to say, dude. Oh, speaking of that, one of the best scenes ever, man, was it the Compton movie? Back to Compton or Straight Back to Compton or what was that? Straight Out of Compton. Where they were going somewhere on a tour, and as they rolled up in the bus, they had a bunch of their records, and a guy was rolling over them with like a steamroller type of thing. Yeah. And one of the guys was like, man, he got all pissed off, and the little dude was like, oh, they bought him.
Right. What you doing?
Yeah. I was like, that's amazing, dude. Amazing.
Check steel clears.
But so you set the tone, and then how do you follow that up, for lack of better terms?
I followed that up. So what I did when I wrote the book, I took a bunch of things that have happened to me in my life, and I kind of condensed them in like consecutive events. I made it seem like they happened back to back. So right after that, after the big molestation thing, I continued it with some more weird children's sex shit going on. Because like when I was 9, I was babysat like by one of my neighbors, and she had a bunch of kids. Like she had like 6, 7 kids that lived with her. And so
All hers?
Yeah, all hers.
Man, put a knot in that thing, dude.
Listen, either it's too good to be true or something. Like
I don't know, either that or that was some damn good,
you know what I'm saying. So like she was babysitting us one summer, right? And she was the type of chick that she never stayed at home. She always let her oldest child watch over all the other children.
Yeah, sure. She's out partying.
Yeah. So like we were being babysat by her, and her son, she had a son and a daughter. They kind of like tried to have sex with me and my sister. And then, so my sister is a very bold person. She always has been. So the girl tried to have sex with her, and she's like slapping the piss out of the girl, like, get off of me.
Oh, shit.
Meanwhile, I was a very shy, nervous, terrified child. Like I was scared of every fucking thing. So the guy was just like trying to have sex with me, and I'm just kind of like, okay. I mean, I can't beat you up. I felt like I couldn't beat you up. I'm just like, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to beat you. I don't want to make a scene. So we'll just go with it. And that's how I followed that scene up from this book with another scene like that.
Damn, dude. So the brother and sister were the children of the lady that was going out every night. Yes.
Our babysitter. Yes.
See, I had a certain thing. Oh goddamn, dude, how young was I? I was 10 or 11, I think.
Yeah.
And there was this lady, my parents had friends, right? And it was one of their daughters, and she was probably 15 or 16, and man, she fucking got after me, bro. Whew. Yeah. I was like, oh man, if I guess this is the way it's going to be, that's all right.
So it's all right.
Yeah.
That's like okay though. That type of situation is okay for society to like.
Yeah. So you spun me around a little bit, because the daughter wanted to have sex with your sister, and he wanted to have sex with you. It's like, wait a minute, you caught me off guard, because I figured it'd be the other way around.
You would think, but I guess not.
Oh shit! And that was a one-time deal, or was that going on?
That was a one-time deal. We weren't babysat by her very much longer.
Damn. Well, yeah, but everybody that went over there.
Yeah. I mean, they got a one-hit quitter out of them, I guess. I don't know. It was weird. It was
damn.
Weird.
All right.
But I felt like talking about that because I don't know about everywhere, but I know in the South, stuff like that is almost kind of common for kids to experiment with each other, like to that level. So I just wanted to be like, hey, if you didn't know, this is a real thing, because we're born in the country.
Yeah. No, I mean, and again, like, I know people are going to be screaming like, that's not right. And it's like, well, you got to take it in context, though.
Yes.
I get it. The way we're looking at it in our eyes today, well, some might not think it's
right. Right.
Yeah, right. Some might think it's all right, but whatever you believe in. To me personally, I'm like, I agree when you're young and, you explore a little bit and that kind of thing, but it almost want to be a mutual deal. Hey, man. Yeah. Hey, dude, I got this thing poking out, and when you touch it, it feels good. You want to touch it again? I'm fucking 9, dude.
Yeah. So the beginning of the book is pretty much like after that, I kind of turn it into my mom trying to find the perfect babysitter for her children. Right.
No, okay, but wait a minute. Did your parents know about the second incident?
No.
Okay.
My mom didn't find out about the second incident until I wrote the book.
Oh.
Because he was like 10, I was 9, so it was kind of like, it wasn't my idea, but it was more of a mutual situation.
Sure. I can understand.
So we didn't get caught, so who's going to say something?
Well, I mean, like I said, I don't, like, I'm not freaking out. I'm like,
right.
Okay, I can see that. You checked things out, and that wasn't for me, so you moved on.
Right.
Kind of like liver and onions, dude. Not for me, so I move on, dude.
Okay, didn't like that. All right.
Next.
Yeah. So yeah.
I don't mean to make light of it, dude, but the first situation fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But the second one, I could see that
Yeah, it's
happening.
not as much. I mean, I'm over all both of them, honestly. Like, it's cool to talk, make light of both of them because that's something I've healed from.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. I imagine it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but was that some weight you were carrying for a while?
It's fun. Yes. To answer your question, yes. But me and my friend, maybe a week or so ago, we're talking about that, and we're talking about like traumas and crazy things that have happened to you. And I was just like, I don't know what's the most damaging thing that could happen to somebody. I was like, a child being molested, in my opinion, it's like number one. Not because it just happened to me, but because after it happened to me, it's no exaggeration, and it might sound crazy, but every decision I made in some degree was based off of that act.
I could see that
for a very long time.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like 20 plus years.
Like I said, congratulations on letting that weight go.
Thank you.
Was there a certain incident that you felt it go, or did it just kind of dissipate with time?
I would say probably after the first 6 months of me writing a book.
So you writing a book was like therapeutic on it.
Yes. And I was hoping it would be, but I was just kind of like, I don't want to be one of those people where I say, "Oh, I wrote a book and it just opened my mind and blah, 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 blah." But it actually did. It was very therapeutic. And when I was able to read my first chapter without crying, without quivering in my voice or anything like that, I was like, you may be on to something.
Dude, wow. I got goosebumps. That's actually really cool to where I could see you writing it down. Were you crying when you actually writing it? Like before it was edited and stuff?
It took me 6 months to write the first chapter.
Most people don't get over that.
Right. No, it took me a while to write the first chapter.
Damn. And then as you were rereading it, it was just beating you up, and then it slowly. Oh, damn, that's cool, dude. Again, that's hats off to you, bud.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And then what? All right, man. We got to get into we need a palate cleanser. Is there a palate cleanser coming up soon?
Yeah, yes, there's a palate cleanser coming. Okay, so in the book, we talk. Okay, after the second crazy thing that happened that summer, we talk about me going to school, and I ran into a girl, and in the midst of me getting talked about and being called gay and all this other stuff, she kind of like popped up out of nowhere and just ended up being like a saving grace almost, as far as school goes and being bullied about the situation goes. Like, and because she thought I was cute. Once again, I was a very passive child, so I didn't approach her. I just was kind of like grinning at her, and she wrote me a note. "Do you like me, or will you date me?" And it was like yes, no, or maybe. And I was like, hell yes. Get this out of the way.
I broke the fucking lead on my pencil circle and yes, dude.
Right.
Oh, you're a good looking dude, man. I get that. Yeah.
But yeah, and so that's the next part of the book. Talk about our love affair. We actually dated, I put that in air quotes, off and on from like 3rd grade to 10th grade. Yes.
That's a long-term relationship.
Yes. That was like that's the first person I really ever fell in love with. I do believe, like, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
so. All right, so sticking to the theme with sexual encounters, when's the first time you jumped in around on all that?
I was 15. Was a very wild year for me.
Yeah, my man.
15. I lost my virginity twice. I was very I was experimenting to see what I liked.
Okay, wait a minute. I know. If I have this question, there's a fucking million people that have that question. Now, I know losing your virginity is kind of fun. I had a good time doing it.
Yeah.
If I could have done it twice, if I knew that at the time, I probably would have done it and be like, that was fucking cool. Let's do it again. So how the fuck you lose your virginity twice?
So, the first time I had sex was with the girl I just told you about.
Okay.
It was an amazing experience, but I was drunk as hell. And like I really don't remember shit about it for real. She remembers everything about it.
Damn.
I barely remember the incident. And then later on in my 15-year, like the year of 15, I ended up and I was like free spirited experimenting, met a college guy and had sex with him.
Ah, okay. I thought maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
But, right on, dude. Hey, man. Hey, dude. Dude, you get your dick wet, dude. That's what matters. And it feels good. So now let me ask you this. Are you gay? Are you gay?
I am. Actually.
Oh, okay. Cool. Did you, this is something. Did you figure that, when did you figure that out? And then because of where you were.
Yeah.
And this girl, I think you touched on a little bit, this girl, like, were you getting bullied and people were giving you shit about it? And, oh, look, now I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Was that the kind of.
That's how it was without me knowing that's how it was. Because I actually liked her. Like, we're still real good friends today. And I actually really fuck with her vibe and I really liked her at the time. But I did realize, like, quickly after I got with her, oh, I don't get bullied as much, or people don't question my sexuality as much. They see me kiss her in public type deal. So this works for me.
Yeah. I could totally see that. I can't. So what year would that have been down in the South? What, 90s?
Yes. I met her in like 98.
So you're in the Bible Belt.
Yes.
You know you're gay, but you're chasing this ass around so people don't give you shit, because I can't even imagine. Oh, dude, I can't. I have I can't even, nothing to compare it to what that would have been like.
Man, when I did come out in like 2006, that was hell.
That's when you. Wow, you kept that in till 2006.
Absolutely.
Holy fuck, dude.
That was like the year I broke up with my girlfriend.
Is that the one from the third grade?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A lot of people from my hometown really are like confused on why me and her are not married to this day.
Yeah, I could see that. But wait a minute. So my nephew is gay, and he came out, and I was like, y'all didn't know that already? I mean, my wife met him for the first time when we got together. You know, I go up see family and shit, right?
Yeah.
And we leave. We spent a 4-day weekend with him, and we leave, and she's like, does everybody know that he's gay? And I was like,
you don't say that.
Yeah, and I go, I mean, I've figured, I kind of had a feeling.
Yeah.
Right? You know, but I don't, that's up to them. And that's, what's that?
Why do y'all do that?
Well, the other thing, so she asked me the same thing. She's like, why didn't you talk about it with your brother? And I go, it's kind of, my nephew, I'm like, I don't know where he is with it and stuff like that. And I don't want to, for lack of better terms, I don't want to blow up his spot. Like, he needs to handle it in his own way. Right. So if he's struggling with it or he's uncertain about something, and I go and say something in public and in front of everybody, it might hurt more than help. Right. So that was my thinking behind that. And that's why I was asking you, I mean, when you came out, were people like, well, no shit, duh.
My friends and my grandmother were kind of like, my grandmother put it the coolest way I've ever fucking heard it put together.
OG, baby.
She was like, oh, well, that's good, baby. Why are you telling me about your bedroom life? I was like, I just thought you should. She said, now, baby, you know that you got here, right? I said, yeah. Did you ask your mama how you got here? I said, absolutely not. Well, you know, she got here, right? I said, yeah. Have you asked me about it? I said, no.
So why are you telling me?
She was like, well, I would just appreciate if you kept all your bedroom life to yourself.
Oh, God love fucking OGs, right?
I was like, yes, bedroom life.
That's awesome.
But yeah, her and my friends were kind of like, oh, no shit, Sherlock. We knew that. Everybody else was like floored by the knowledge, though.
Okay, so two-part question. Who
Yeah.
gave you the most amount of shit?
My mother.
No shit.
Yes.
Yeah. That seems common though.
I got put out.
No shit.
Yeah. I got put out at 16.
Because of that.
Yes. Well, she tried to put. So I got put out. Initially, I got put out at 16. I went and stayed with my cousin and her family. Right.
Okay.
My mom caught wind that I was up there a little too long. Low key living my best life because this the cousin that you got that one cousin that mama really don't give a fuck what you do as long as you don't tear up the house and you don't have nobody coming up here bothering her.
Yeah.
I was low key living my best life, and like my mom came and she had to put me out of her house, and so she put me out of her house.
No.
Went back to her, and I think that was like right before I was turning 17, and then my mom like brought me back in the house, and she was just like, "You can't sleep in the same room with your brother, which you've shared a room with your whole life. You can't sleep in the same room with your brother." She was giving me all these wild stipulations, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna not stay here much longer.
Yeah. Do you think that was done on purpose though? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Force you out, like,
absolutely. And I think she did that because she was pissed because when I first came out, it was like beginning of 06 type deal. First came out, she was just like, "We need to get you in therapy. We need to go to a therapist." And I would have been open to therapy. Now that I know what I know, I should have taken my ass to therapy. But I looked at it like, so you're trying to take me to therapy because I'm gay and not because I'm a fucked up human being? Yeah, good luck on getting me there, sweetheart.
See, that's why I was shaking my head because I'm like, yeah, she wants to take you to therapy and beat the gay out of you kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
The old school stuff, but just to get the point across. But man, and then who was your biggest supporter?
My biggest supporter would probably be the cousin that I went to go stay with. Her.
Yeah, she didn't give a fuck, right?
Not from day one. She was just like, I could have guessed it. I don't give a fuck. Can we keep each other secret still? And I'm just like, yeah, even more.
Now, have you seen what's the climate change around that where you live? Has that changed drastically or is that still pretty hardcore?
It has drastically changed.
Good.
I remember.
To the good, I assume. Wait,
yes,
to the good, I assume. Okay, I just want to.
Guys can wear dresses and makeup and run around and do whatever the fuck they want to do. To the good.
Boom. Right. Dude, I tell you what, I spent a lot of time in Maui, right? Yep. Just because my first marriage, and you had to look nice, button down in your shorts and all that shit. And I was like, whatever, I am not this kind of guy. And we went down to Key West for a wedding. You want to talk about liberation? That was fucking, dude. I had so much fun down there, and I was drinking and drugging at the time.
Hey.
I've been sober for 5 years, but
congratulations.
Thanks, man. We land, and you ever been down there?
No, not
and it's this guy walks by in a fucking yellow banana hammock in a flannel shirt with no sleeves on, and I went,
"Yep, we're here."
They don't give a shit about nothing down here. And we had and because all these bars, drag queens, and it's that lifestyle is just super heavy down there, right? I don't give a fuck, dude. Let's have a good time. I don't give a shit,
right.
And there's one guy with us that was unbelievably homophobic. And I was like, dude, you are in the wrong place. He's like, yeah, but these are my friends, and I want to be here for the wedding. I go, you should go back to the hotel room because this night is just getting started. Dude, we're only 2 lines in and a fucking bunch of beers, so we got a long way to go, buddy.
This is the pregame, and
dude, I was up there singing because they, the bartenders would get up and sing, and they'd come over to your table and stand on your table and sing, and I'd get up there on the stage with them and sing. Dude, it was so much fun. When nobody cares, Just have a good time.
Yes. I
You
give
know?
straight people, I give all my straight friends shit like all the time. They're like, come on out to the club with me. I'm like, what? Party with straight people? Black straight people. I'm like, y'all just like to sit around and look at each other. What the fuck am I doing that for?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Party, sweat
we
out shirts.
yeah, we spell party way different than you.
Right.
Good for you, dude. Now on that thing, well, I guess fuck, dude. I don't know about Detroit, but I bet you Seattle or New York. Well, New York City don't give a fuck, dude. I mean, wait till you see the people walking around New York City, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
It's cool, dude. I'm like, this is amazing. This is cool. I'd fall. God, fuck no, I would never do that. But that's cool to watch him do it. You know, dude. I'm for one to, long as it's somewhat moral.
Yeah.
But legal. Fuck, dude. Do whatever you want. Dude.
Oh yeah, as long as it's legal. Dude. I tell all my little cousins and all my friends, I'm like, I can't judge anybody because when I tell you, I've done everything except for like crack.
Yeah, that's one thing I've never done.
Like the heavy shit, like crack and heroin.
No.
Pretty much anything else under the sun, I've done it like twice.
So, good for you, dude. That's what you should do, right?
One time for experiment, 2 times to see if I like it.
Yeah, there you go, and then you move on, right? See, coke was my thing, dude. Oh fuck, dude.
I'm so glad it was not my thing. I tried it twice, like I said, it was not my thing.
I did acid once, and I did not have a good sitter with me. Oh. Yeah, that was not cool, dude. Yeah. The fucking dragon on top of my toolbox in the garage wouldn't let me leave.
I love psychedelics. Those are my favorites.
And I can't get past how bad mushrooms taste.
You got to roll up. Well, you just sober, but what I do to take my mushrooms, if any shroomers are out there, you roll it up in a fruit roll up.
Shit.
You don't even taste it.
Man, hold on.
Last time I did those, though, a suitcase under the bed was turning into it, and I almost lost my shit.
I love that, dude.
Like, I was just sitting there, like, standing straight, and my homegirl, she's very, like, motherly when she does shrooms, so she was just like, everything is great. She was saying that bullshit all night, and I look over, and I'm like, is that fucking suitcase turning into it?
Oh, and you can't, and she can't argue with you.
No, she was just looking at me. She was like, no. And she was just shaking her head. She was like, everything is great. Everything is great. And she was shaking her head no while saying that. And I was just like, you're right. Everything is great. And it took me a minute. It took me like 15 minutes to stop looking over there. But I was just like, that's not it. It's not him. It's not him. And then I got up and I was like, if I get up and walk and he doesn't touch me, I'm going to live.
Yeah. Mine was because I had a big garage and big rolling toolbox, and shit. And I'm like, there's a fucking dragon up there. And my buddy's like, yeah, and? So you agree with me?
You see the motherfucker, but you're going to stay right there.
Yeah. And he'd look and go, whoa. And after we get talking, because he was sober, and after he's like, I didn't fucking see nothing, dude. You were higher than a dick. I was like, dude, you're supposed to be cool about that stuff, man. I was like freaking out. Right. I was really freaking out. That scared me. I didn't touch anything for almost a year after that because just fucking that put me in. And then I was dating a girl. Her job, she was a social worker, and she went and took kids away from like these meth homes and shit. And that's why I was like, no. I like a little recreational now and then, but no, I'm good, man. You see, like meth and fucking heroin. Yeah, no, nope. But I'd like a good edible once in a while, though.
Amen.
Yeah. So we were going to play. This was a long time ago. We were going to play poker. I'm a big poker player, and my buddies. We were heading to. Sorry, some. I'm in the basement doing some noises now. I'm all fucking all weird now. So we're going to play cards, and we usually play for 8-10 hours. And our card looked like Cheech and Chong, dude. You could barely see out of it. And we're all. And then my buddy goes, "Hey man, this is a long time ago when edibles were like they are now." Right. So he goes, "Hey man, I got this chocolate," and I was like, "Cool, yeah." He goes, "But it takes a while to kick in." I go, "Good, because I'm fucked up already." So by the time we sit down and stuff, and he gives me this chunk, And I'm sitting at the poker table, and all of a sudden I just went, and the guy goes, "You're high as fuck." And I go, "You think so?" Dude, it fucked me up so bad. I had to go to the bathroom, and I'm leaning against the cold tile wall, like trying to like collect my shit.
Yeah.
Dude, and after like 15 minutes for the next 3.5 hours, amazing. You just got to get past that 15 minutes. Nowadays, they're a lot more friendly and all that shit. But he goes, "I think I gave you too much." Fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you think? But
oh shit.
So all right, dude. So now is that part of the book too? Like you coming out and
no, that is not a part of this book. This book stops at my experience in North Carolina at the age of 10.
Oh, okay. All right, dude. So we've had a palate cleanser. Now we're gonna get back into it.
No, it's not anything. It's see, the first part of the book is very like trigger warning. You have to like get through it emotionally. But after chapter, I guess like 2 or 3, it's very palatable. It's like a whole cleanse. It's lighthearted. It's fun. It's funny. So yeah, I had a girlfriend. Me and her was like doing our thing. And then like when I was 10, so I guess it's like my 5th grade summer, me going into the 5th grade. You know how with your friends before you get out of school, you plan what the fuck you're gonna do for the summer. You're like, yeah, we're gonna go over your house, we're gonna go there, we're gonna party, blah, blah, blah. My mother had a different plan for us. And she said, you're gonna go stay with your father. Now, mind you, I've only met this guy like 3 times in my life that I can remember.
Okay.
I met him like 3 times in my life. She's like, no, he's getting all his children together, which was at the time 7 children. And so she was like, he's getting all his children together. He wants y'all to come. So y'all are gonna go. So we go. And like we stayed the summer with him. And then towards the end of the summer, it's 5 siblings that was able to go. 2 of the mothers were like, fuck that, we're not leaving our child. Man, what? Sorry, you're insane. But 5 or 4 of the baby moms was like, sure, take these little motherfuckers. You can have them if you want to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I could see some people like, whew.
Right. So for the summer, it was amazing. Think about if this 5 of y'all, like siblings, with one man who's never been a parent a day in his life.
Oh.
And a bunch of women who've really never been parents because they're strippers.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, now, okay, now we're getting into a good subject here.
So like, we're up there for the summer. It's all cool. Like my dad's buying us jewelry. We're going on shopping sprees, all this shit. And then the end of the summer comes and slowly but surely, all of our siblings start leaving. And so like, I guess a week before school starts or is supposed to start, me and my sister called my mom and we're like, hey, we think you forgot something. It's called us. It's called us.
You missing something?
Right. And she was just like, oh, your dad didn't tell you? And we were just like,
oh, shit.
She was like, oh, but when your sister was like 1, we had an agreement that I would raise y'all the first half of your life and he would raise y'all the second half of your life. So you're 10 now. That's the first half. You now live with your dad. And that is no lie how she told us that shit.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
No, I could not make it up.
So the first half of your life is your 10.
Yes. It's from birth to 10.
And she knew, and she has known this your entire life.
Since I was 2.
That's all I gotta say is that's amazing, dude.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. Oh my God. And your dad knew this too, right?
Yeah.
So when you landed in there in the summer, the beginning of the summer, he knew you were fucking permanent.
Yes.
And he didn't tell you.
Not a word. Not a word. And so just imagine all of your siblings going home. You're ready to go home. You're like, this is fun, but I'm ready to go home. My siblings.
Yeah. No, bro.
I don't really know this guy.
No, you're permanent.
Permanent.
No shit. All right, dude. How bad that fuck you up?
I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed. My sister it really messed her up. She cried for like 3 weeks straight.
Oh,
I just didn't talk to people for like 3 weeks straight.
Just got all quiet.
Yeah, I was just like pissed. Like, really, don't talk to me.
That sucks, man. You hate to hear about that, you know. No kidding. He's never been a parent before.
No, that was his first time parenting.
But you mentioned something that I got to come back to. Where do the strippers come in?
Oh, so like my dad had a very interesting lifestyle. His career of choice at the time was selling drugs, pimping girls, and he had a stucco business.
Okay. I can't do that math, but that's all good. So the stucco business, how he cleaned his money.
Yes, that's how he cleaned his money.
Sure. I can see that. All right.
He had been having strippers and drug dealing probably since I was about 2, probably.
So when did you go into the stucco business?
I did not. He went into the stucco business probably when he moved to North Carolina. So at that time, he had probably been in the stucco business for like 3 years. Yeah. And I mean, it was cool. It was really cool staying with him because money was never an option. You go from, okay, so think about it like this. You go from a woman that was making barely $20,000 a year to a millionaire dad. Like he was bringing in millions at his peak.
And who's never been a dad, so he don't know how to show his love except to give you a bunch of money.
Bunch of shit.
Yeah.
No lie. When so he bought us a house. Me and my sister stayed and he bought us a house, right? Well, it was technically his stripper's house that he had them living in, right? So he moved them out into a condo.
Oh, you didn't get to live with them?
No. Well, kind of. Like, we'll talk about it. Moves us in and moves them out. He paid us to clean up the house that they were in because it was that nasty. And the crazy part about it is, like, when he tried to pay us, it started off like $100. I think he tried to pay us like $75 a piece, me and my sister, right? And I've always, if you haven't noticed by now, I love to talk.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that, dude.
And I'm gonna voice my opinion. That's how I've always been. Like, I'm the kid that was like, if my mom slaps me, at least I told her what I had to fucking tell her.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
For this. So we're cleaning up the house, right? And we get to the bathroom, and there's like no lie, no exaggeration. There's a black, the color of your headphones, black ring around the tub. I look at my sister. I said, "You don't touch that. You put that shit down that you got in your hand. We're gonna get some more money." I went to my dad. I said, "Hey, sir, if you want us to keep cleaning and you don't want to have to hire somebody, you're gonna pay us double of what you're trying to pay us now." So it went from like 75 to like 200. He just threw us like 200. It was like, "Here, you're 200 a piece." And I was just like, "Appreciate the business."
I like it. My man. Hey, that's capitalism at its best.
Yes. I was a little greedy bastard.
Yeah, why not, dude? I mean, the answer is always no if you don't ask.
Right. Yes. So that was, I mean, it was cool. So we did that. We moved in. We lived with them. I would say, so the strippers didn't live with us, but they were basically our babysitters when my dad had somewhere to go.
I can see that. That's cool.
And so that year, I learned how to accept and appreciate people for who and what they were. Because before then, I was raised by a woman who was very closed-minded, very one way, like gay is evil and whores are going to hell type woman. That's what I was raised with. But to go to a complete liberal, and he has women, making money for him and selling drugs and all this other stuff. It was an experience that really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I imagine. I worked in I call it a peeler bar, but I worked in the peeler bar business for a long time. And actually it got to a point, it's pretty depressing, dude, to see what most of those ladies do because they chase that dollar, they get used to that money. And it's kind of like that first high, dude. It's never the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like the idea of the culture shock.
Oh yeah,
that you had.
It was amazing.
Isn't that great though? I mean, at first you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" They're stripping.
Right. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we're around these dirty people," but they were really not that dirty. Most of them, they were like clean, and one of them was a mom, and one was like going to school, and one was trying to marry my dad, and I'm just like, oh, they all have dreams.
Keep dreaming, baby.
Right? Yeah, because he's still a single man out there. Okay.
No shit. Yeah, I can see it. How's
Yeah.
he holding up? No, it's okay. Wait a minute though. Where'd you go from? How long did you stay with him then?
We stayed with him for approximately 10 months before he went to prison.
Ah, damn. There's a caveat. All right.
And that's actually where the book ends. The feds came to our door. I was the type of child. I already told you that part, so I'm not gonna say that shit again. But like, the feds came to our door. They're like, "Is Anthony Stewart here?" And I'm just like, "Who are y'all?" And they're like, "We need to speak with him." I was like, I looked him up and down. Do you have a warrant? Just saying shit you've heard off TV, right?
Yeah, right.
They showed me the warrant.
You sure it just wasn't a picture of their driver's license and some fucked up paper?
I remember that. My dad would tell that part of the story. Like, they showed me the warrant. I slammed the door. I go run to my dad. I'm like, here's a piece of paper, and I think you should go to the door.
Holy shit! And they run him out right then, huh?
Not right then. They gave him a little time because I answered it. He was with his kids. He used us as like a scapegoat for a little bit of time. So they gave him like 3 days. And then 3 days we were gone and he was gone.
Damn, he's still in prison?
No, he got out. He only did 10 years. He paid for some lawyers. You understand me? He spent millions of dollars on lawyers because I didn't know that when you are in the game of prostitution, each prostitute you have can run you up to a life sentence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think depending on the state or the what's that?
We were in North Carolina.
Yeah, but depending on the state and stuff, it's considered human trafficking.
Yeah.
So now you're at a federal level because that goes past state. There's all sorts of crazy. Yeah. I don't know them. Excuse me. I don't know them like to a T, but I know that when you run girls, I know most states consider that human trafficking, and that's just fucking major. That's major.
Yeah. So when he went to jail, he was looking at 6 life sentences.
Oh. And
then time on top of selling drugs. And so he spent all of his money, all of it, not going for forever. And he ended up doing like 10 years.
Still though.
Yes.
10 years is a long time, dude.
I mean, compared to 6 life sentences.
Yeah, well, yeah. And he probably got out and doing the same damn thing.
No, actually, he's not. Thank God.
Good.
He still will trick off on a girl, but so ladies, if you need some bills paid, hit my dad.
Hit my dad up. Links in the show notes.
What did he end up? He got into the bread business, and he started working for himself, delivering bread.
Oh, some of those guys, man. I worked for Coca-Cola for 20 years. Some of them guys make fucking bank.
He's some of those guys.
Yeah, that's
like, he makes like $500,000 a year.
Yeah. That's if you can get in a good route or have multiple routes, people working for you, big money. But you work your ass off for it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
But hey, I mean, when you're running girls, that's a lot of work too.
Yeah.
So
he just converted that over to the bread industry.
Yeah.
Now he's pimping bread.
Pimping bread. That's amazing. Dude. And okay, so that's where the story ends. Like stops.
Yes, it stops there.
Okay, so I'm a slow reader. How long would it take me to read that?
Not long. It probably most people, I would say about 80% of the people that read the book straight through. Not trying to honk my own horn, but they said it was interesting enough and good enough as far as the story is told that they finished it in like a day or two. Okay, cool. Because I look at it. I like to write. I can't spell the word cat. I mean, but I love to write because going back to what you said, it's super therapeutic for me. But as of right now, I do them super short. So like, if you're standing in line at the grocery store or waiting for your partner or on the toilet before your feet go numb, you can read it through, right? So I enjoy it. And that's why I like to, and I'm an Audible book because I spend all my time on the road. Yeah. Any plans to put that in Audible? Yes. Actually, one of my cousins, she wants to do my Audible book for me.
Oh, dude, you got to read it. You got a great voice, dude.
Thank you. I think she and I both may read it.
Oh, okay.
She randomly asked me that shit. She was just like, I want to do your Audible book.
Well, it's just going to open you up to a whole new set of people.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know much about the industry, so I couldn't tell you, but I know that, there's life before and after Audible.
Maybe I'll do that on my anniversary date.
Yeah. Re-release it as an Audible book.
Yeah.
Now you're going to work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You got, studio time, but I think, so like here in New Jersey, Audible, the corporate office is here in Newark.
Okay.
And they have a program. They have studios and stuff in there. And depending on your contract and how you do your finagling with them, you go to their studio. Right. So if you're recording it like at your house, you get a bunch of blankets in the closet and get a microphone and do all that. Right. And then you send it to somebody and they edit it and all that. But yeah, it's a process, but I think it would just open you up to so much more, and if it's going well, now as a written one, just look at how much it would open up as Audible as well.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah. And you're so charismatic, dude, and having a good time, and you reading it would bring the energy out.
Yeah.
Like somebody that's not part of the story, they're just fucking reading it.
Yeah.
Sure, you can hire a voice actor and they put a little something to it.
Yeah.
But if, you speak well enough and, your voice and you got a distinct like crackle in your voice and it just adds character to it.
Cool.
Yeah. But I like to tell people how long it is. So when they get it, they're gonna be like, oh man, I'm going camping this weekend, or I'm going on a road trip, or I'm going to spend 2 nights in a hotel, man. That would be cool.
Yeah, it's an easy read book. It's not a hard read book. It's not one of those books that's like, and yonder the forest we went, and it's not no shit like that. How I'm talking to you now is how I wrote that.
Hey, that's why I said. That's why I'm saying you should read it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, because it'll come natural to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why I like to do it. But I'll give you the mic. Holler at everybody. Tell them where you can get found and best place and all that. And obviously, everything will be in the show notes as well.
Cool.
But go ahead, man. And Anthony, or is it Spud?
Either one.
I like Spud. Dude.
Either one.
That's fucking. That's dope, dude.
But
all right.
People in my high school didn't know my real name was Anthony until like graduation week.
And they call you up on stage as Anthony, and they're like looking around like, who the fuck is Anthony? Who's Anthony?
Like, your name's Anthony? I was like, you idiots. My mom did not name me Spud.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. All right, Spud, take it away, buddy.
You can find me on everything, honestly. And I made it simple, especially for this podcast. Spud.speaks everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, which is probably the best way to contact me. For people who use Facebook, it's Anthony MCK. I didn't change that because it's Facebook, but no hate on Facebook. But yeah, YouTube is Spud.speaks. Spud.
Awesome. I like Spud, man. That's cool. I like nicknames, man.
Thank you.
And we're gonna get out of here, man. I can't even express how much fun this was. I could sit here and talk to you for the next 4 hours, but people will be like, all right, dude, shut the fuck up. So I tell you what, if you I'm going to say when, not if, when you do that on Audible, dude, let's connect again.
Sure will.
And do a recap. But the book sounds like the book doesn't even scratch your real life stuff, man. You're an interesting guy, dude.
Thank you.
Man, I am happy we connected.
Thank you. Me as well. Also, you can find the book on Amazon.
Well, good for you. Now, did you is it print demand?
Yes. It's
self-published?
Self-published. Yes, sir.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
All right, bud. We're going to get out of here.
Cool.
Man, I told you that was a great episode. If you did not go through a roller coaster of emotion, I don't know what else I can do for you. Anthony's a great dude. Link is in the show notes where you can get a hold of him. I bet you he would love to speak with you. And he put a lot into this book, into this project, man. Check that out for sure. All right, man, I'm going to get you out of here because I know you got shit to do. But also, don't forget, my website, BRawPodcast.com, High Speed Daddy, and Liv Rishi. The links are in the show notes to check all that stuff out. And I am hailing you from a state that used to be called New Sweden back in 1638 because it was founded by Swedes. But now, New Jersey, baby. All right, man, don't act cool, be cool. Till next time.